Hello, good people of the universe. This is Straight Out the Cannons Entertainment along with City of Champions TV. This evening we have a huge event for you all coming from East St. Louis, Illinois. You all, as witnesses, are about to see and meet some of the best authors ever. They're all from East St. Louis, and we are so proud to meet them all right here, right now. I'm going to bring the first author up. She's a well-known East St. Louisan, and I want you all to meet and help me greet Miss Avis Coleman. Avis! Well, hello, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Have a seat, please.
I'm well.
Hey guys, keep your ears wide open. She's finna give you some great information about her book that she wrote. Avis, let's talk to the people.
Hi, everyone. My name is Avis Coleman. I am a mother of two daughters, and they love stories. They love reading. So when I wrote this book, I was doing their hair, and I decided to just go ahead and turn this poem that I wrote into a book. And that's how the concept started. I believe that you can find the wealth of the world in books. So I try to encourage all the young people to read books. All of my material that I write for children are uplifting and want people to and want kids to have a self-worth about themselves and let them know that they matter and that they are important.
We'd like to know more about your book. I want you to advertise it to the people, tell them how many pages, and give us the first topic, maybe, an introduction.
All right, so in my book, I'm just going through several hairstyles. It's just appreciation of natural hair. That's for boys, girls, straight hair, curly, kinky, curly hair, long or short, whatever you decide, it's okay to wear your natural hair. So the natural, I feel, is what's best. And whatever you feel that you have to do to look your best or feel your best, I think it's important to just know that, you are enough. So here's my book. I got some afros in here. Go ahead.
I have a question, Ava. I love it. She's titling her book A Good Hair Day.
Yes.
How did you come up with that concept?
I came up with this concept because I was trying to think of a title. I didn't really know, and it could be difficult working with natural hair sometimes. So I wear my hair natural as well, and there's several things that people may look at it and say, oh, it may be unkempt or undone, but it really is done and it looks nice. So this is just an appreciation of our natural hair.
Sister Coleman, I tell you, your book is in color.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Well
Thank you.
done.
Thank you.
Well done. At this time, we're going to ask for a little information on how we could contact you and how people could get this book.
All right. You can contact me at Coleman.avis, that's COLEMAN.AVIS @gmail.com. If you send me an email that you're interested in a book, I can mail you copies, and it'll be a signed copy or you can go online. It's available everywhere online, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and so on and so forth.
Just as I promised, fans, we're back. This time, we're going to meet one of the vendors at this fine event being held in East St. Louis called The Book Signing, hosted by Mr. James Harris and Yerk Thompson. Coming forward is a vendor here with us this evening. Her name is Miss Angie Hertz. I'm so pleased to meet her. She's one of our vendors. Won't you join me? Miss Angie, please join us. Hello, hello, hello. We have Miss Angie Hertz, one of our vendors here at this exciting event we're hosting here in East St. Louis at the Lighthouse. It's a book signing. Angie's going to tell you all a little bit about her business and give you all some information on what she's doing and how she came about to be here. Hi, Ange.
My name is Angie Hurst. I started making jewelry about 2 years ago. Oh, you want me to take it? Oh, I started making jewelry about two years ago for my grandchildren, and I decided to try out some adult things, and everything just took off. I normally sell my jewelry at the fairgrounds in Belleville on once a month, and I do have a few items that I have with me. Okay. This is one of the items that I've made. This is an ear cuff, arm cuff. It's an adult size arm cuff. And these are some of the rings that I've made, handmade. I hand make everything from bracelets to necklaces to ear cuffs to arm cuffs, ankle bracelets.
Did you all hear Sister Hurst? She handmade all of this. Isn't it beautiful? We're here at the Lighthouse. You should come on by. Angie's going to give us a little more contact information from her because her jewelry just looks great, you all. And I'm not playing. Angie, how could the people get in contact with you?
I do have a Facebook page. It's Angie Chandler right now, and I'm on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook all the time, but I do have a page for Facebook. And I do have Cash App for anybody that wants to come out, and my Cash App name is capital GU, capital GU, capital NESSA. My grandkids named me that, Gaga. It's Gaga Nessa.
Hey, good people, just as I said, we're back. This is the James Harris book signing program going on in East St. Louis, Illinois. I tell you, the black businesses are in the building. I'm so excited to meeting these individuals, and I've already nicknamed this guy. I'm gonna call him the Cigar Man. He's gonna properly introduce himself to you all, and he's gonna share with you how you could catch up with him for one of his expensive, beautiful, not too expensive cigars. Let's meet and greet with him.
Hello everyone, my name is Marvin Pornell. I am the owner and founder of Mahogany Room Cigars, East St. Louis's first cigar brand, started right here in East St. Louis in 2019. I've hand rolled all of these, and 50% of the tobacco in there is actually grown in Missouri. Okay. So it's tobacco farmers I'm cool with in western Missouri. I think it's about 45 minutes outside of Kansas City. So I like that we do have like some homegrown kind of tobacco in the area. And started in 2019, and we're taking it on the road and trying to hopefully get it coast to coast. So.
I have to ask the question, how did you get into the cigar business? As time is moving on, and it's moving quickly, more of the professional athletes, retired individuals are smoking cigars. We're always smoking cigars, but now I see people just doing it for luxury.
Yeah. It is a hobby for leisure. Most people, cigars about relaxing and enjoying the moment. The cigar community is great. I've had so many cigars with complete strangers, and we've had a ball. And it's just one of those things. And I've noticed now, I host a ladies cigar class where ladies might have a significant other that smokes cigars or whatnot, but they don't know much about it, but they don't want to ask them. So we host this class to teach ladies about cigars. And I discovered then that black women represent 80% of the cigar female culture. 80% of the female cigar culture is black, Hispanic. And it's like, I didn't know that until I started hosting these classes. I had to beg a few rollers to show me how to do it, and naturally so, they didn't want to create their competition. So that's fair. That's fair. But one guy took a chance on me, and it took me 2 years to learn how to do it and get it right. So that's how I got into it. Cigars was going to be my retirement thing. But I was like, well, let me learn the business. Let me learn how to roast it. Let me just learn as much as I can. So when it's time for me to retire, I'll know way more and hopefully be able to do it better.
I must say, you've sold me. I have to say, I am a cigarette smoker.
Okay.
But by no means can I even smoke a cigar. But I tell you what I do like, if you don't mind, it looks cool. Would you all agree? I really think I look cool holding a cigar up to my mouth. And there's a lot of people that do it like that and never even fire it up. Am I right?
That is true. When I'm doing a lot of weddings and whatnot, guys will take one when they have zero intention of smoking it, but they just want to hold it.
Yeah.
Especially if their friends smoke and all that, they just want to be around and be a part of it. And again, that's part of the allure of the cigar culture. People want to be a part of it in one way or another.
Watch this. As soon as I started interviewing you, one of your cigar smokers walked up. Hey, Ortegas, come over, buddy.
Hey, baby. What's up, baby?
That's Ortegas Williams, a well-known East St. Louisan. Hey, Tag, I got the cigar man right here with me. I don't.
Well, an event like tonight, you have to bring out the best. And Mr. Nick brings out the best of the best, dealing with City of Champions, East St. Louis, and bringing out the good guys. We're here for a book signing, and it's going to be an awesome evening here.
Hey, great people are in the building. This one here, it's the nickname okay with you? The Cigar Man.
I'm the cigar man everywhere I go. No one remembers my name, so they go, hey, cigar man. I'm like, I accept it. And I brought some leaves over here for you, too. So these are some of the wrapper leaves we have here. And if you want to hold it, check it out. It's very, very light. It almost feels like silk.
Yeah.
So we have to moisten it. So when it's time for me to go ahead and create the cigar, it doesn't crack or rip or anything like that. So I have to moisten it up. So I'll be rolling cigars over there. But and this right here is called the Shavada. This is what you cut the tobacco leaves with. So if you ever see cigar rolling, you'll always see one of these. And it's traditional. And people have been using this for like 1,000 years. Same thing. This thing will last forever. I'll pass this down to my grandchildren. So.
Wow, great information. Good people of the universe, we're back. We're back from intermission. We're here at the James Harris book signing event in East St. Louis, Illinois at the Lighthouse. Guess who I ran into, folks? The one and only East St. Louisan, Mr. Savage. Hey, Brother Savage. It is so good to see you here.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
It is so good to see you here at this book signing event hosted by our man, James Harris, along with all book authors from East St. Louis. Let's tell the people a little bit about your great magazine and some information on how to contact you.
Sure. Well, as you know, me and my wife, Charmaine, the late Charmaine Savage, started I'm East St. Louis in 2016, and we've created a quarterly magazine that champions all the East St. Louis champions of the all across the country and the world.
Yes.
And the great thing about it is it's not just about sports, it's about every field of endeavor. We feel like we are champions in that. The magazine comes out quarterly. They can go to www.imestl.com and subscribe, or they could mail in a check, money order for $40 and subscribe that way. As you know, we've done, and you've been a featured writer in our magazine. Yes. We appreciate you.
Yes,
and we're looking forward to continuing in the future here. And we also do public art projects and speaking engagements as well.
If you would, Brother Savage, hold that great magazine up for our audience. And there it is. I am East St. Louis, the magazine, promoter and author.
This is my late wife, Charmaine Savage, retired commander in the Navy, came back home to work in this city and help us rebuild our beautiful city. We deserve it. We need people to move back home. Our young people need to learn, earn, return. That's what she always said, and that's what I continue to promote as well.
I love it, and I want to hear that quote one more time.
Learn, earn, return. That's what our teachers did. They came back to teach us. They lived in the community. Now we have people that don't live in the community teaching our kids, and that is the problem with the community, because you don't have that village anymore. So we need more people to move back to the city. The houses are being built, And do you want to be a part of the change, or you want to see the change happen
Yes.
in front, and then your city be taken away from you? And don't forget, reparations now, baby.
Hey, one great guy, and he's from East St. Louis. It's Lorenzo Savage. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
I have to mention, Lorenzo has to
Lincoln
run.
High School.
He's got a flight to catch. And what is it again? I'll say that one with you. Save Lincoln High School. All right. Love you,
Thank you,
brother.
brother.
All right.
Peace.
I want to greet you all this time by simply saying, what a mighty God we serve. Our next book author is going to introduce herself. I want you to listen clearly. She's an extraordinary young lady, and here she is.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Dr. Tashawn Macon. I am a native of East St. Louis, Illinois, the city of champions, and it is such an honor to be here with you today.
Yes, yes. Tell us, writing a book doesn't come easy. You're here for one of our finest, James Harris, book signing. You came, you traveled from Atlanta. We thank you for that. Tell us a little bit about your book, Doctor.
Sure. My book is called Coming in Hot, a blueprint for Black women setting the world ablaze. I am so appreciative of James Harris giving me this opportunity to be present in my native hometown. The book is about what it's like to be a woman of color, particularly a Black woman in corporate spaces and places. And I wrote the book that I wish I would have had when I graduated from college. Thank you. I wrote the book that I wish I would have had when I graduated from college, and how to navigate corporate spaces and places. And so this book is about how to count up the cost and the coins as we cultivate a career that is as unique as we are as Black women.
I love it. I love the color coordination. And the title of this book, you all, is Coming in Hot. And then there are some matches right there to the side. Talk to us about your cover and how did you come up with that idea?
Sure. Coming in hot is a phrase that, we've heard a lot in the vernacular. And for me, what it was about was, African American women are the number one educated population in this nation. We're getting more degrees than any other woman of color, or any woman or man, period. And recently, a lot of the data was a little daunting around how we were not getting promoted at the same pace as our counterparts. So for me, coming in hot was to be unapologetic about our greatness and to go into these spaces committed to our own authenticity and to blaze a trail that for ourselves and for those who are coming behind us, and to be committed to that. And I learned that here in East St. Louis, honestly. My career has taken me around the world, but my roots have always been here. And that's why I do believe that I could go into spaces and really advocate for access, agency, and ascension for Black women.
Very interesting. I share with you, you originally from East St. Louis, you're now residing in Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome home.
Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you.
Our doors are always open.
Thank you.
Job well done.
Thank you.
Give them a little more contact on how to find you.
Sure. I do reside between Los Angeles and Atlanta, so I've had an opportunity to work with James on his book and some of the wonderful things that he's getting ready to do as well. But you can find me on TashawnMacon.com. That's TASHION Macon.com. The book Coming in Hot is available everywhere the books are sold. Our primary location is Amazon.com.
We're going to close, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to leave you with what a mighty God we serve.
Mighty.
Yes,
You.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Glory to his name. We're back with another author of a book. She's in East St. Louis. We're stepping up and stepping out here in East St. Louis. She's going to introduce herself and tell us a little bit more about her book.
Hello, my name is Dr. Danielle Huff, aka Dr. Danny, and my book is called The Names Grandmama Calls. Okay?
Wow.
So my book is inspired by my journey with my grandmother who has dementia. And so my book is a story about two cousins who have questions about their grandmother and the names that she's calling because they don't know who those women are. And so it's a conversation between two cousins and their mom/aunt as they learn about dementia and learn about the many ways that they can help with her needs. It's a tool that parents can use to have this conversation with children. The recent research that came out that said dementia is more likely to occur in communities of color. Dementia is more likely to occur as a result of not having enough sleep, taking laxatives, all these different things means that dementia is going to be something that we have to face in a lot of our families. And so I wanted to make sure that we had a resource that we could use in our communities since this affects us. So.
I must say it's totally beautiful. Would you all look at that? It's in color, folks. And the title, The Names Grandmama Calls. Isn't that something else? Once again, how did you come up with a title such as that?
So my inspiration was three names, Joanne, Julianne, and Deb. So those are the names that my grandmama calls. And those are her sisters. And so wanting to make sure that it could connect with an experience that many of us have. So many of us know who we're being called by, and we know what these names are. And so it may be your sisters, it may be your cousins or your aunts, but a lot of older women and men who have dementia call the names that are closest to them.
I have to give a shout out. She's also my NAACP sister, and we're moving. It's our 100th year, correct?
It is our 100th year, and we've got a lot of good stuff in store, so keep your eyes open. We'll be back here in the fall for a golf tournament and everything, so be on the lookout.
Hey, great book. You've got to get it. She's going to give you a little more information on how to contact her.
You can follow me on Instagram, Hey Dr. Danny, and you can visit my website, anomalypc.com.
This is a book signing event. Thank you so much, Doctor. Yes.
Thank you.
First and foremost, you all, here's the individual that put this great event together for his brother, James Nick Harris. Terry Thompson, great guy from East St. Louis. He's going to share with us where he got this idea from and how he went about putting it together. Terry, what you got for us?
First and foremost, thank God for being behind us. And man, Nick Cannon, I'm not doing nothing without you. And I appreciate you and Mr. Duncan, City of Champions. But this came to me by default. When I said default, James wrote a book about his life, so we've been around each other our entire life. So guess what? I happen to be in the book. So that's how I came. So production-wise, in order to increase his budget, he had to go from city to city and show people that, you know what, this book is a book to have. So we're just shaking the awareness that, hey, come out and see the movie soon. And I want to thank Mr. Cannon and City of Champions, and I promise you, without the authors and James Harris, it wouldn't be able. God got us all.
Once again, I praise the young man. He's a great man with a great heart, doing great things in our community. Terry, thanks again. To God be the glory.
Cannon, man, the transportation, please holler at him. Peace.
Great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to get excited because we're about to bring to the set the individual that put this great event together. He's one of our own, and we're calling him Brother James Nick Harris is joining us at this time. Brother James.
What's going on?
Yes. James, we're going to get right to it. Such a great event, great idea. We love the way you come back home and support your hometown. Let's talk about your book that's jumping this event off.
Well, my book is called From the Playing Fields to the Feds. The book is about a guy that lived a double life that nobody knew about. He was a guy that was ambitious, always wanted something, didn't want to ask people for much,
didn't want to put too much pressure on his family, so he was just a go-getter, you know what I mean? And by what I mean with go-getter is he sold drugs not to hurt people or to disappoint people, but just to make ends meet, you know what I mean? And what it did, it became a habit, and never used drugs, never did none of that. But money could be a drug because it became very addictive to me to get money. And I wasn't hustling for rims, tires, just to hang out in the club, pop bottles, or get girls. It was a way of me subsidizing my income as a young man. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, James, you went to the NFL." But by that time, when I got to the NFL, I became other people depended on me, and I didn't know how to get out of it. And I disappointed a lot of people, but I never hurt anyone, never. So when you get the opportunity to read my book and see the movie, you will see like, wow, he's a good person, but he made some bad decisions. But the decisions wasn't to hurt anyone. It was just to enhance what I really wanted in this world. That was to take care of my family and my friends. And to do that is no trophy or award for that. Because I don't need a trophy or award to love my friends like you and my people from East St. Louis. I don't need a trophy or award to do that. I made some other sacrifices and things that I did to look out for my people, but when I did it, I wasn't looking for a trophy nor an award. I just was doing it because I thought that's what I was supposed to do, is look out for my friends. Going to the NFL, that was just a plus for me. But I care so much about my friends. I didn't know how to turn away from what I was doing. It wasn't that I was greedy or just a no-good person. I was just stuck in a situation that I didn't know how to get out of.
Ladies and gentlemen, I shared it with you earlier. He's worthy to be praised. This is truly a man of God, and I thank God for putting him in my path, Brother James Nick Harris. He's got a book out, folks. Title of your book is?
From the Playing Fields to the Feds. Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
I have an audio book getting ready to come out, and my audio book voice will be Mr. Nick Cannon from East St. Louis. And please, y'all, please listen to this voice, because this voice is going to intrigue you. It's going to enhance my book, and that's the reason I picked him. When I went to my publishing company, I picked Nick because that voice, his intelligence, and the direction is what I wanted. And thank you, Nick, for accepting that challenge of doing my audio book. Thank you so much.
I'm honored. I know God is showing me favor. Real people recognizing me. Straight Out to Cannons Entertainment, City of Champions TV. They've nicknamed me The Voice. Thanks, James. Looking forward to completely reading your book. So excited about it. Ladies and gentlemen, James Nick Harris, the author, The Feds to the Playing Field. My man.
89 blocks. Love you.
All right. Usually, ladies and gentlemen, the king is always first. We're going to wrap up our episode with the king this evening. He's going to introduce himself to you. He's an author of a book. Let's check it out.
My name is Dr. Ian Buchanan. I'm the author of King, a 4-part leadership framework for black men, class of 1987, the one and only East St. Louis Lincoln High School.
Great, great. Brother King, I'm going to ask you to jog right back and bring us your book so we can see it. As Brother King is getting his book, he's such a great guy in the community of East St. Louis. He's helping our city grow, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his book.
Yes, sir. So King is designed specifically for black men. And so there really are four parts to the book. The first part is K, know the king within. So the importance of self-awareness and knowing who you are. Second part is I, inspire others to collective greatness. So how can we come together to do some great work? N is navigate to the north. So how do you have values and ideas that are ethical and moral? And G, gravitate to the great or gravitate to the gangsters. That is, how do you surround yourself with people who can make you good, make you great? And this book, again, is dedicated solely to black men. I've been an educator for since 1995. I come from a family of educators. My uncle is John Bailey and my auntie is Edna Farmer. So I come from good stock, and I'm excited to have this conversation with you today, brother.
Once again, before departing, what's a way of contacting you? Tell our audience.
Absolutely. So I'm on all social media outlets. You can catch me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Ian Buchanan, or NIA Education Group. But I'm around. I'm in these streets.
I love it. I love it. What a way to wrap it up, folks. Dr. King is right here. He's done. Did you get the information? If not, look over the show over and over again. Thank you, sir. God bless.
Yo to the noobs.
Hey, folks. We're going to wrap this up here at the James Harris Terry Thompson's book event. The signing of all these authors in here has been strictly for the best-hearted people we know. One of my buddies is here. He's coming in. Here's Artagus Williams. Artagus, how have you enjoyed yourself this evening?
Oh, it's been a wonderful evening. It's always good when our positive brothers in the neighborhood can come together and do something positive. We are East St. Louis. We're all we got. If we don't come together and be strong, we need to show our youth that there's more than just sports. That there's other people that have come from here and being successful and doing good things.
You heard it from one of the best, Artagus Williams. Hey, folks, we're going to wrap this up. It's been awesome. You could catch all of this live on City of Champions TV, YouTube. The videographer, Larry Duncan. The broadcaster, well, in this case, the narrator, Nick Cannon. And, okay, Artagus has called me the captain for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. What a mighty God we serve. This is East St. Louis book signing event. God bless you all.